The role of a treasury analyst is critical in maintaining a company's financial health. Treasury analysts manage cash flow, assess liquidity, forecast future financial needs, and ensure that financial resources are used effectively. During interviews, employers assess not just your technical skills, but also your analytical thinking, attention to detail, and understanding of financial systems. Whether you're a fresh graduate stepping into corporate finance or an experienced analyst aiming to advance, knowing what to expect in an interview will help you make a strong impression. This video covers the most common Treasury Analyst interview questions, along with model answers and useful preparation tips to help you succeed. Understanding the role of a Treasury Analyst. A Treasury Analyst plays a central role in managing an organization's financial assets, liquidity, and risk exposure. They monitor daily cash positions, forecast cash requirements, handle bank reconciliations, and assist in investment and borrowing decisions. This job requires a mix of financial expertise, data accuracy, and strategic thinking. Employers use the interview to gauge how well you can handle financial modeling, compliance reporting, and collaboration with departments like accounting and finance. The best candidates show both analytical precision and an understanding of the bigger business picture. Question 1. Can you describe your experience as a Treasury Analyst? Here's how you can answer. I've been working as a Treasury Analyst for X years, managing cash flow forecasting, daily liquidity monitoring, and intercompany funding. My role involves reconciling accounts, preparing treasury reports, and coordinating with banks to ensure smooth transactions. I've also been involved in improving cash management processes to optimize working capital. Tip: focus on your achievements, such as process improvements or automation projects you've implemented. Question 2. What are the main responsibilities of a Treasury Analyst? Here's how you can answer. The key responsibilities include managing cash positions, ensuring adequate liquidity, performing cash flow forecasting, reconciling bank accounts, and analyzing financial data. Treasury analysts also monitor banking fees, assist with investment strategies, and support compliance with financial policies. Tip: tailor your response to match the job description while emphasizing your practical experience. Question 3. How do you approach cash flow forecasting? Here's how you can answer. I start by reviewing historical cash flow data, analyzing revenue cycles, and identifying recurring expenses. I then factor in upcoming obligations, seasonal trends, and business changes. I collaborate with departments like procurement and accounts receivable to ensure the forecast is accurate and updated regularly. Tip: employers value candidates who approach forecasting methodically and communicate effectively with other teams. Question 4. Which treasury management systems or tools have you worked with? Here's how you can answer. I've worked with systems such as Kyriba, SAP Treasury, and Excel-based cash flow models. These tools help automate bank reconciliations, streamline payment processes, and provide real-time visibility into cash positions. I'm also comfortable learning new systems quickly as technology evolves. Tip: mention specific platforms and emphasize your adaptability to new financial technologies. Question 5. How do you ensure accuracy in financial reporting? Here's how you can answer. I double-check data entries, reconcile accounts daily, and validate cash flow assumptions. I also maintain clear documentation for every transaction. Before submitting any report, I review all calculations and ensure they align with accounting records and bank statements. Tip: accuracy is crucial. Show employers your attention to detail and quality control methods. Question 6. What strategies do you use to manage liquidity risk? Here's how you can answer. To manage liquidity risk, I maintain an updated cash forecast, monitor bank balances daily, and establish buffer cash reserves for unexpected needs. I also analyze market conditions and coordinate with financial institutions to secure short-term credit lines if necessary. Tip: employers look for practical understanding of liquidity management and proactive planning. Question 7. Can you explain the difference between cash flow and liquidity? Here's how you can answer. Cash flow refers to the movement of money in and out of the business during a specific period, while liquidity represents the company's ability to meet short-term obligations using available cash or easily convertible assets. Positive cash flow contributes to maintaining good liquidity. Tip: keep your explanation clear and concise. It shows strong financial understanding. Question 8. How do you handle multiple priorities and tight deadlines? Here's how you can answer. I prioritize tasks based on urgency and financial impact. For instance, ensuring sufficient cash for payments comes before long-term forecasting. I plan my day carefully, automate repetitive tasks when possible, and communicate proactively with my team to manage time effectively. Tip: demonstrate your ability to stay organized and perform under pressure, a key trait for Treasury roles. Question 9. How do you ensure compliance with Treasury policies and controls? Here's how you can answer. I follow company guidelines for approvals, segregation of duties, and transaction limits. I maintain audit trails and review internal processes regularly to identify potential gaps. I also stay updated on regulatory changes to ensure full compliance. Tip: highlight your familiarity with internal controls and your commitment to financial integrity. Question 10. What is your experience working with banks or financial institutions? Here's how you can answer. I've managed relationships with multiple banks, handling account maintenance, bank reconciliations, and fee negotiations. I also assist in setting up new facilities, monitoring interest rates, and ensuring that banking operations align with corporate objectives. Tip: emphasize your communication skills and ability to maintain professional relationships with external partners. Question 11. How do you approach financial risk management? Here's how you can answer. I identify key risks such as currency exposure, liquidity shortages, and interest rate fluctuations. Then I assess their impact, monitor them using financial indicators, and recommend strategies like hedging or diversifying investments to minimize risk. Tip: employers want analysts who can assess risk logically and propose realistic mitigation steps. Question 12. Can you describe a project where you improved Treasury operations? Here's how you can answer. At my previous company, I implemented an automated cash forecasting model using Excel macros that reduced manual errors and saved significant time. It improved accuracy and allowed better decision-making for daily liquidity management. Tip: use measurable results when describing improvements to demonstrate your impact. Question 13. How do you handle confidential financial information? Here's how you can answer. I treat all financial data with the highest level of confidentiality. I follow the company's data protection policies and ensure sensitive information is shared only with authorized personnel. I understand the importance of integrity and discretion in financial roles. Tip: integrity is essential. Emphasize trustworthiness and professionalism. Question 14. Why do you want to work as a Treasury analyst for our company? Here's how you can answer. I admire your company's reputation for financial discipline and innovation. I want to contribute my analytical skills to help optimize cash flow and support long-term growth. This position aligns perfectly with my career goals in strategic finance. Tip: research the company's values and tailor your answer to show genuine interest. Question 15. What are your long-term career goals in Treasury management? Here's how you can answer. My goal is to deepen my expertise in global Treasury operations and eventually take on a managerial role. I'm eager to learn more about international cash management, hedging strategies, and financial planning to support larger corporate decisions. Tip: show ambition, but align it with continuous learning and contribution to the organization. Tips to succeed in a Treasury Analyst interview. Before your interview, review the company's financial reports and understand its liquidity trends. Be prepared to discuss your familiarity with Treasury systems and Excel modeling. Practice discussing key concepts like working capital, risk management, and cash optimization. Dress professionally, bring a copy of your resume, and be ready for both behavioral and technical questions. Many employers may ask scenario-based questions. Practice explaining how you handle unexpected cash shortages, interest rate changes, or banking issues. Final thoughts. A Treasury Analyst interview tests both your financial knowledge and your ability to think strategically under pressure. Employers want someone who can ensure the company's cash is well managed, risks are minimized, and decisions are data-driven. By preparing thoughtfully, structuring your answers clearly, and showcasing both technical expertise and professionalism, you'll stand out as a reliable and resourceful candidate ready to take on Treasury challenges with confidence.